What is up, everyone? Welcome to another stream. Let me fix this up because we're still in the Four Nations mode, it looks like. Darn, I just missed the preview stuff. I just came back from watching a movie. Like the new Looney Tunes one. Isn't released yet. I've watched it on at TIFF. It was pretty good. No music right now because it's loading and for whatever reason it's taking long to load. So we're gonna just talk with a silent background. I'm gonna change it to my Habs jersey once I'm done eating because I literally just came back. Here's the music. Hey, Ellen Slate 64, thank you for the follow. Sorry that I missed out on your following, but welcome. Hope you enjoy it here. We're watching the Habs versus the Senators, and I'm gonna be cheering for the Habs. I just don't have my jersey on right now because I'm about to eat before the game starts. Or while it starts or whatever. I don't know, I'm not sure yet. But anyways, first comes first. Let me go find the lineup since they're still doing the pregame stuff. Right now, I believe they're in Ottawa. Fortunately, I don't have the stats because that already turned into like some the live stats as you see right now. But I got the lineup. So for the Habs, the first line is Caulfield, Suzuki, Slafkovsky. Second line is Newhook, Doc, Laine. The third line is Anderson, Dvorak, Gallagher. And then the fourth line is Heineman, Evans, and Armia. Defensemen, we got Matheson, Carrier as the first pairing. The second pairing is Struble and Hudson. And then the third pairing is Jack Dinosaur. Okay, this is like sleepy time music. There you go. Yeah, Jack Dinosaur on the left pairing and that is Montembeault, your Four Nations champion. Four Nations champion Samuel Montembeault. The Sens. Oh, there you go. Their fours just have two fours on their first line. It's Stussel and Giroux. I guess Brady Tkachuk was too afraid to fight Jack-Eye, so he dipped out at the last second, and they decided to go with an extra defenseman. So oh, things are starting up.
3-2 in his career against Montreal. Had a little action for Sweden.
But yeah, David Perron, Riley Gregg, and Drake Beverton are the second line. The third line is Highmore, Ostapach, and Amadio. And the fourth line is Gregor, Godet, and Reinhardt. In defensemen, we got Sanderson, Zub, Chabot, and as the first pairing, Chabot and Janssen as second pairing, Clevin and Harmonica as third pairing, and then fourth pairing is Mantipalo, and then in net is Olmark.
Flip through center, broken up by Jake Evans, and he'll send it ahead for Armia out of his reach. Maybe an ominous sign that the goal lights are stuck on at both ends of the ice to start the game tonight. Here comes Claude Giroux, tees it up, kicked out by Montembeault. Perron trying to get his stick on it, and now on a roll back behind the net where Struble will take it for Montreal. Struble bends it up onto the wing, Nick Suzuki. Hands it up for Caulfield. He'll backhand it in. Sanderson goes after it. He is checked as Slafkovsky looks for it. Comes to the point. Lane Hudson has got it. Hands it off. Slafkovsky through the slot. Bounced away as Struble's there to chip it for Caulfield. Sanderson tries to go up the boards. Caulfield got in the way.
I'm gonna eat my pizza before I put on my jersey.
With the stop. Perron has got it, and he'll clear it out at center. Slavkovsky bumped by Batherson.
Before I eat my pizza, I'm lactose intolerant, so time to crack some of these.
We'll lead it out
Blockades.
Montreal. Gets it up to center. It's stopped by Paulo and out dumped in by Arbor Jacky as Tyler Clement will send it back the other way for Ottawa.
I'll have a bit of a mukbang before.
Works it up onto the wing and it's cleared out by Kirby Dach. Newhook will
I fully dial in.
Jumping up to get that one out of the air was Highmore. Up onto the wing and broken up by Newhook. Kirby Dach sends it across. Savard with a drive off the block.
We're eating some pepperoni pizza.
The slot. Line trying to reach it, can't get to it, and a money over through it.
I was gonna grab a cheese slice, but then person right in front of me stole it.
Line with a shot off a stick. Tim Stützle back the other way for Ottawa. Building a little speed into the Canadian zone. He'll throw it towards the net. It's off the stick of Savard.
Oh yeah. I was originally going to go to this game today. However, the bus back was too expensive.
The other way comes Josh Anderson, and he'll force it deep into the corner. Anderson taken into the corner by Hamonic. Looking for a call. Turnover in front. Gallagher scores!
Woo! Golly!
Brendan Gallagher left alone in the slot. He's got the opening goal of the game, and it's 1-0 Montreal.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Well, it's been a pretty torrid pace to start this game. We're a couple 2.5 minutes in, and it's been going back and forth. Giroux misses one from point blank in the slot.
Hey!
Pass, and that sets
hey!
it the other way. Anderson chips it back in deep. Probably an interference call on Anderson that got missed.
Go, Habs, go! Go, Habs, go!
These guys don't forget how to skate. It's going to be execution of little things like that, where you feel confident when you've been playing regularly, you haven't played the game in a while, all of a sudden you're in this high-tempo pace, and you turn the buck over to Brendan Gallagher right in the slot. Unlike Giroux, he did not make a mistake. He buries it, and the Canadians start this one off. They had a 1-0 lead.
15th of the year for Gallagher as he ties.
Okay, whoa, it's too early for that.
17th all-time in the Canadians' goals list with his 233rd. Ottawa looking for a response, and that shot gets snapped over the net. Paulo will throw it back down into the corner.
It's too early for that.
Paulo gets it through again. It's blocked. He's on it a third.
Well, it's by Gallagher. Yeah, it's unassisted.
Armia's after it. He'll clear it out. And the Senators are forced back into their own zone. Paulo has got it, and he's going to wait. Fired up crowd here in Ottawa tonight, and a split decision on which side they're pulling for. Here's Batherson on the boards trying to move it. Dvorak in there, so is Hudson. Batherson got it out, Perron to the point. Jensen with a shot, and really Craig got a piece of it, tipped it wide. They'll land it off for Batherson. Trying to get it in front. Didn't work. Gallagher's got it. Meanwhile, big collision in the corner. Struble continues to work over Ridley. Craig back behind the plate. Jensen can't bring it in the zone. He has to wait for them to separate.
Damn.
Lane Hudson. Back up ice for Montreal. Hooked off his stick. Dvorak's there for Slavkovsky. Puck dumped in by Caulfield. Sanderson checked by Slavkovsky. He'll hold him off. Turn it over to Caulfield. Cole Caulfield to Slavkovsky with a shot right on. That's grabbed by the glove of Ullmark.
Well, the referees let them play early here. We had the Hamonic kind of questionable interference down here low in the corner. Struble is just
heave away. Come on, heave away.
Allows that to happen. Now Ottawa could not enter the zone as Ridley, Gregg, and Struble were all tangled up because they would have been offside, so they were holding on to it all. And then Sanderson comes around the net, kind of tries to backhand it off the wall, and gets knocked down by Caulfield. And that gets put into the slot for another good quality chance for Montreal. Except this time, Ullmark flashes the glove and makes the save.
Sanderson up the boards, and Matthew Highmore gets knocked over by Arbor Jacky as he tried to clear it. Now it's thrown back to the line. Savard to Jacky.
I'm gonna grab my. Hey! Caulfield is back. Hey, I told you this team needed a break. Nice.
Ottawa really really struggling down in their end right now. Good job by Slafkovsky to finish Sanderson, go right through him, no stick checking, and then battles him hard again. And the puck gets swatted out. It's a one-timer that goes off the leg of Sanderson and Slafkovsky, who are kind of hanging out in front. And the puck's going to click right over to number 13, who's looking at a wide open cage. Zub is
now I got my Sour
backing off
Patch
him.
Kids.
He doesn't really stay with him as he comes around the back of the net.
I got
and
here.
as you heard Mitch Marner talking, when you get in the offensive zone, you got to lose yourself a little bit. And for Coffey,
No, at that. Wait, stop olaying.
Looking at a 4x6, the Habs up 2-0.
Calm down.
Caulfield had just one goal in the past 7 games, but he loves playing Ottawa. That's 10 goals
And my bad.
12 games against the Senators now in his career.
I forgot to play the goal song.
2 minutes apart, 2-0.
Let me just.
Puck gets shipped into the Canadiens and Jack is on it. He's watched by
Do a little miss.
Plays it off for Savard. And now back to Jack and he'll settle it down. Teams get a change.
Voila.
Arbor Jack
Made up for it.
control it.
Well, if you're Ottawa, you got to take a deep breath here. They're missing a lot of guys, so they're going to have to need some guys to ante in here. But the one thing they're going to have to get really tight on is exiting their zone, taking the forecheck from Montreal, and getting a little cleaner movement out of their end. Right now, they're a little discombobulated below the goal line. We've seen a couple of turnovers, 2 or 3 of them already, and Montreal has pounced on them. You know, it's a lot of game left here to go for Ottawa. Deep breath.
So Ryan Backer's back.
No Josh
Let's
Norris, no Shane Pinto. No
Unfortunately, he's not playing tonight because so they don't overwork him.
Down the middle for Ottawa.
When you get a break in the schedule like the National Hockey League took for the Four Nations face-off, when you have some injuries that the Senators have, you've got Cousins, you know, that's been
I'm
out
gonna
for a
be
while
probably
as
seeing
well.
him on Wednesday.
You know, Heineman's been out for Montreal. You got to hope that time with Pinto and Norris, that time away from the game, these guys are getting healthy and they're getting ready to play soon, and you didn't lose any games. There is only 26 games left, 26 more of these to get to your name, to get into the dance, and it's going to come fast.
And it's a big hit by Slafkovsky. He knocks down Clement. And then the puck gets shot off the glass and into the netting.
Free souvenir.
You got to play like Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk, and he's kind of playing like him right here. Sometimes, you know, you get a little bit of energy from watching someone else that you know. And over the Four Nations face-off, he seemed to really like the way Brady Tkachuk played, and he finished.
Oh shit! I forgot.
Sanderson, which led to the Caulfield goal, and right there he goes in and lowers the boom again. He's a big guy.
Play-by-play is not play-by-playing.
A little more physicality.
It's still stuck to the USA one.
Matheson snaps it towards the net. It's deflected wide.
Let me fix that.
Hooks it back behind the goal, and chasing after it is Jake Sanderson. He'll get it out, and
hold on.
He'll skip to Montembeault, and he'll hand it off. Matheson up on the wing. Carrier got it out to center. Here's Artem Zub. Played ahead for Matheson. Off his foot. Nick Suzuki will send it back in as Caulfield goes after.
All right, come on.
Cole Caulfield.
Keep it in there.
Trying to play it, comes back to the point. Matheson
oh!
That got blocked on the way through, and Perron timing will clear it out at center.
All right, come on.
Here's Suzuki.
Shoot!
Ridley.
Ah, ben là, tabarnak. You really pull this stuff on me. There we go.
Here's Suzuki. Cuts in. His shot deflects wide. Ridley Craig comes up with it. He'll get it up.
I think that one's back.
Oh
yeah, there we go. They fast forwarded a bit.
He'll cover it up, and he'll get the whistle.
Is that the commercial break?
All
right.
With the goals to open the scoring for Montreal.
I'm gonna go put on that jersey. This is the jersey I wore while watching Team Canada play Team USA the other day.
Good to have it as a team that you don't like much, and a team that's in your division, or you got to beat more often.
Let me adjust
for Cole Caulfield, the last 3 games he's played against the Ottawa Senators, 5 goals on 10 shots, and he's got 27 on the season. He's got one tonight on a wide open gaping net off a fortuitous bounce off a Jack-eye shot.
5 goals on 10 shots against Ottawa.
And for Caulfield, he has certainly been.
Coming into the game tonight, he had scored just over 16% of the Canadiens' goals this season overall.
Come on.
He does a lot on the road, too. He's a guy that comes to play on the road.
19 goals on the road, tied for second. Damn. For road goal.
Line in the corner looks to move it. Shabbat trying to clear it out.
All right, New Hook, I see you. You almost got it.
Exit their own zone. Here's New Hook on it, tied up by Jensen. Got it to the line.
All right. Line, prove yourself here. You've been given a chance.
Well, once again, Ottawa struggling exiting their zone, and right off the face-off, Shabbat gets a stick right up in the face, and he's looking at the referee, asking him what's going on here. Watch Line coming in right there. You see the blade of the stick come up and slap him right on the cheek, and Shabbat stood there for a second. I think he was kind of stunned. There was no call on the play, but the referee will tell you, if I don't see it, I can't call it. If he didn't call that, he obviously didn't see it.
Kendrick Nicholson having a conversation with Claude Giroux at the bench. Now Kirby Dach will get tossed from the draw. So New Hook will step in to take it against Ridley Craig.
Yeah, and then tomorrow at 11 a.m.
New Hook won it.
There's gonna be some Habs skill challenge.
Who knows
So some fun stuff there.
Canada's home
Oh, stop! No free advertisement. Get out of here.
Well, the Canadiens are on quite the tear. The 17th of December to the 25th of January, 13-3-1. Absolutely put themselves right in the playoff picture. But unfortunately,
and then they went on a losing streak.
7-1 drought has really hurt them, and we show you the standings and the change from the 25th of January to where they sit now. And it's not just the amount of points, which doesn't seem insurmountable to catch the teams ahead of you. It's the amount of teams that you have to leapfrog to get there, and that's the harder part.
Got to get on a winning streak, basically.
Savard will dump it in.
For playoffs hopes to remain.
Goes after it as he returns to the lineup tonight for the Canadiens and takes
basically what has to happen. Hey, Heineman!
I
don't know why I didn't realize that. He was back when I was saying the lineup.
Matheson played it across. Carrier's hair to deflect it in. Armia goes after it. Hamonic got it first. Turned it over to Heineman. Heineman trying to throw it
come on.
off the foot of Stützle. Now comes free.
All right. Let's go.
Back for Evans. Try to go to Matheson.
Oh, out of the zone.
Down to the Canadiens end.
Well, we have no footage of Heineman's injury, Bartz, but I'd love to see it. That would have been something. But while he was in Utah, Salt Lake City, he actually had a collision with a car while he was a pedestrian. Those never turned out well. He's missed 14.
All right, come on.
Oh! Snapped on net and knocked down by Omar.
Damn, Suzuki.
The referee thought he caught it.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure. That thing came straight down. And
oh yeah, let me turn on the games, the Laval game, so I can watch that at the same time.
Thought he snagged that out of the air. Montreal on the attack, and they're coming in numbers and finding holes in the ice where they're open.
What am I doing not watching
one
that?
Another, and they're getting opportunities. And right there, Allmark with a kind of oven mitt glove save.
Sanderson will feed it back for Zub. It bounced away from him. Slavkovsky fires it back the other way. It's off the glass and out of play.
And we talked about Montreal, what the plight they're going to have to get into the playoffs. For the Ottawa Senators, they are in the playoffs right now, and they have got to hold their own. But the thing about the Ottawa Senators is they're a banged-up team. They're a banged-up team that we're hoping to have guys
turning that on now.
The break, hoping that the time would do them well there. They're not back yet. None of those guys returned, and a matter of fact, you lost a guy in Brady Tkachuk,
this is on
which you can
Sportsnet,
ill afford to do at any time.
They're probably going to be
have
playing
games with him not in your lineup. He is the heart and soul of this team.
Slavkovsky's shot off a stick and well up into the seats.
And the one thing, even though people are, well, you know, he played in the final game, you know, why can't? Because obviously it's a different situation, and if the injury is something that could go on and nag and nag and nag, then you want to get this nip it at the bud right now. And they said it's not going to be a long thing. It may take a game or two, but then hopefully you have him at 100%, which is where you want him. That's the way he plays. He plays that type of game. You want him to be at 100% so we can do that.
Couple days off for the Senators. Their next game is Wednesday night here at home against Winnipeg. Scotiabank Wednesday night hockey is. Caulfield has got it out to center. Slavkovsky will chip it in. And David Perron goes back to get it.
All right, we don't know if they're actually playing it.
Perron will hand it off for Sanderson. And he'll lead it up ice to center for Perron.
Let's try the...
Slipped it in off the boards as Savard goes after the puck. He's met by Amadio. Puck comes free. Ridley Gregg trying to tip it away from Josh Anderson. Didn't work, and Anderson will flip it in the Ottawa zone with Chavant going after it. Bumped by Gallagher. Montempalo up with it for Ottawa, and he'll get it out to center as Perron will help it in the rest of the way.
Let me go on to another
round of Gallagher.
French channel.
Brandon Gallagher. Pass up for Anderson, who tips it in. Hammond has a look up ice. He'll hand it off to
yeah, there's some NCAA hockey going on today as well.
Center, played it over to Hammond, off a foot, and that ends up being an offside.
And obviously, congratulations to Canada. What a treat we were.
Oh, they're playing Syracuse. Maybe that's why it wasn't working.
Through the four nations, and obviously there's a guy right there who was on Team Canada.
Didn't
play. I heard Kelly's comments, and he's absolutely bang on. There are guys
tied
that go to this
1-1.
tournament, and
Syracuse has way more shots though.
As big as they want it.
You got like 15 shots. Laval has 3.
Who know how to win. They learned that from
Holy
guys
crap.
who come to play. And you know, a long time ago it was Mario Lemieux learning from Wayne Gretzky. So you can learn a lot of these things. And I agree with Kelly 100%.
Nick Jensen. Out of the cross, backhanded in by Highmore. Broken up, and Carrier will chip it off the boards and out. Now look out.
All right, thank you. Oh, they gave away. Sens gave away the puck. I was like, and we could have had a breakaway there. Let's say it reacted more quickly.
Back for a change, and Matheson will hold on to it.
On the other side,
right, come on, Laval.
Congratulations to the Team US. That what a team they had, what a tournament they had, and especially Brady Tkachuk and Jake Sanderson, who were phenomenal.
Puck on the side of the goal, and that will be an icing call. Heineman bumped into Hallmark there.
I tell you, you don't win, but to see Brady play on that stage and the kind of respect he
and I wish Brady Tkachuk was at the game tonight, so Arbor Jackay could fight him.
This kid is, and we're just touching the tip of the iceberg here with him. You know,
darn, the strike got an overtime
with
point.
The best of the best, and he did not look out of place one iota. Matter of fact, he excelled. You know, and that was the one thing I really enjoyed watching him. And boy, he's going to have a tremendous career, and not a shock at all seeing him at the Olympics with Team US next year.
Oh, Laval almost scored.
Here's Hammond trying to get it in front, and a backhander by Patterson is wide.
All right, come on, get it out of here, Habs.
Played around to Matheson.
Good job, good job. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Trying to carry it in, couldn't get the shot away. Bonjour will send it out. Heineman bumped.
I am not excited for the trade deadline. Well, actually, I'm excited for it to be passed. I just don't know if they're gonna. I don't want them to sell.
Holding on, off the wing, Ridley Gregg is there. Hudson will dump it back in.
Armia, Evans, and Heineman has been a very good line. And all of a sudden they were broken apart, and then like they weren't doing as good, but they were still getting their penalty kill goals. And all of a sudden talks about trading them popped up, and I'm like, no, don't even bring that up. That is illegal.
Now carried back in. Here's Caulfield with it. Checks up, snaps it towards the net. It's high over the goal.
I wouldn't even want a
Caulfield in
first
search
round
of
pick
his
for him.
200th career point, sitting at 199 after the goal. As Arbor Jackheim lifted in. Jackheim snapping a 30-game assist drought. Getting in on the action on that Caulfield goal. Anderson to the corner,
I'd rather that they don't re-sign him at the end of this season than they give him away for a first round. And it's been so good for this season. Maybe he gives us a chance to maybe a playoff here. You need Montreal to win this one. Same here. And I know why he want Ottawa to not get a point here.
He shoots and scores. Oh, get in the fast lane, Draymond. The bingo game is ready to roll.
What is this voiceover? What is going on there? Yeah, how you doing, Jonesy? I've been doing swell. I like today I went to go watch a movie at TIFF, the new Looney Tunes movie that's coming out in March. They played it at the TIFF theater a few weeks earlier, like 3 weeks earlier, I guess you could say, and I got to go watch that. And then afterwards they had a Q&A with the voice actor that does Daffy and Porky. So, and the guy was so hilarious. Like, I came out of that theater being like, oh, let's go. What a good showing. So that's been my day. And also I like woke up like an hour before before I had to leave, or before I thought I had to leave, because apparently the TTC is a bit faster than I thought it was. But
nonetheless, the call is made. The Senators on the power play.
Anyways, though,
they can't climb back into this game.
So I only had like an hour. I was basically doom scrolling for an hour, and then also there was like a student film going on, filming in my hallway. So I didn't want to be rude and just walk into one of their shots. So I kind of scrolled on TikTok and Instagram all morning, and then I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I'm supposed to go watch a movie. And then I realized the time, and then panic set in, and then all I was able to do this morning it was use the washroom after I realized, and then I was off to the races. So my brunch this morning, or at 1 o'clock I guess, was popcorn and water. And then when I got here, I was in a rush to get this done, so I was able to grab some pizza, bro. So yeah, my day's been a rush. I'm just getting out of the theater and arriving to the theater. I mean, once when I was downtown, I had an hour to literally just like get to the movie, but I like to be there like 30 minutes ahead when it's like a big movie showing, that you know the place is gonna be like filled. So, and also didn't want to spend money, so I used my membership there to get some free popcorn and drink. So,
a real heater from the high slot has got Ottawa within one. Their power play helps them get into this game and maybe get a little energy in the building.
Yeah, oh, not too bad. Play some God of War. Nice.
Got it down into the corner. Picked up by Armia. Armia trying to go back for
Which God of War are you playing?
Out to center it comes. Noah Gregor will get it in deep.
Bro, there's only 2 people. Oh, it's teams. Okay, never mind.
Hudson
There's like a team version of Kahoot they're playing. They're showing the Jumbotron for the AHL game that I'm watching, the Laval versus Syracuse. And I guess there's like a team version of Kahoot or something.
He's bumped by Armia. Now Reinhardt is checked.
Philadelphia Flyers is not amongst the original 6.
He'll skate it out to center. Craig trying to get by. Carry it. Oh, look out. Bissell gets upended at the line there. Here's Craig trying to dance his way in. It's tipped towards net and bounced wide.
It's either that or there's apparently only 2 people playing this Kahoot, which I doubt is the case.
In front of the Canadiens bench as Peter McDougall, the referee, was checking on him to make sure that he was okay for play to continue.
He landed on his right elbow and he's kind of shaking it off.
2018 almost beat this one, then going to hop on the Ragnarok, I assume then nice.
Jensen's there, hands it off for Shabbat. Up off the glass as Laine trying to knock it down. New hook at the point will keep it in. Jensen up with it. Cleared it out. Kirby Doc will grab it.
Thursday was kind of cool. Like, I guess I can story time this real quick. So on Thursday, on the way to the game to watch the game at the, I went to Chulish Joe's, like right near the lake downtown, and on the way there on the subway, like main line, I ended up seeing a bunch of like people, like the bus was like, sorry, the subway was filled with like people with Team Canada jerseys and like Habs jerseys, Leafs jerseys, and all that stuff. So all of a sudden this person starts cheering for Canada, and then the whole like subway becomes a cheering for Canada. It was pretty sweet. And then after that we go to after that I go and well, like, I don't know if you saw, but before getting on the subway and everything, since I hit 300 followers, I did a shoey, but the Canadian version I call, that is just like the base of the boot, and then which ended up being a whole 6-pack of mostly Canadian, like the beer bottles. That's what filled it up. So I ended up chugging that before, and then on the subway, oh yeah, and then one other part I'd like to add for this context is that I was doing dry February too, so I didn't drink at all. So as soon as I was done chugging that, I could feel the effects. It's like my body was like, wait a second, we're drinking alcohol again, and like wasn't able to catch up. But like I was feeling like tipsy right when I was on the bus, or when I took the bus to go to the subway. But anyway, so that may have improved me. That may have made me less shy for cheering for Canada on the subway right away. And then anyways, I meet up with Rising Psycho at Union Station, and then me and him we both have to use the washroom, and then like, because especially since like my beer seal is already broken, so I'm like needing to go to the washroom already, and then rush over there, and then as I come back I'm like, oh no, I heard my phone vibrating. Oh boy. Alright, time to turn this notification setting off. All right. So back to the story. So, yeah, I'm like, so then I end up getting myself a jersey after using the washroom. I'm like, there's still 30 minutes until the game or a reservation. So then that's when I went to go grab my t-shirt, and then the only thing they had left was a McDavid t-shirt, and it was in my size. So I'm like, all right, it's meant to be. And then after seeing tonight's results, hell yeah, it was meant to be with OT winner. But yeah, at the pub, holy shit, it was filled. And then there was one time when USA scored, there was somebody cheering, like just like clapping and stuff, and then all of a sudden somebody near me in a joking tone, they're like, who the fuck is cheering here? What the fuck? And everyone started looking for this guy. But yeah, unfortunately didn't find him, but in the end, but like every time they went to go score, like anything happened, everyone was reacting and the pub was crazy. And then yeah, and then when the big goal happened, hell yeah, everyone went crazy in the pub. And then on the way out,
and Reinhardt's heading to the box.
We started cheering.
As they come into the zone.
Like literally all of downtown Toronto was like cheering going on. And then I started an Ole chant.
And the Montreal Canadiens will
and then everyone, I ended up like being like, okay, am I is nobody catching on to this? And then so I stopped cheering. And then I hear other people saying, I'm like, hell yeah. And then all you hear on the main street of like Toronto is just Ole. Ole, 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 ole.
Suzuki won the draw. Here comes Hudson over to Laine.
Hey, Laine, there you go. There you go. Speaking of ole, ole.
And what do you know? A power play goal right from his office, and the Canadiens get the lead back.
What a beautiful play by Hudson. And I'm not sure
but yeah, first time I ever I would cheer with the Toronto people. Hell yeah, Fortnite All-Star, let's go. See, now he's done with the... Hey, 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 go Habs, go. 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 Go Habs, go.
Have retaken the lead.
But yeah, you see, Fortnite is no longer in the beginning of a season, so that's why he's scoring again. You just gotta worry for the next season to begin.
Shots here in the opening period. As Zoop throws it towards it, Montemo will knock it down and get the whistle.
If Hudson gets that puck back to the blue line and he just walks along the blue line,
I'm gonna get all night long.
Starting to take steps towards the middle of the ice and walking in on his forehead. He has to readjust back to him. He cannot just let him walk in and tee it up. And he gets caught in no man's, and that's what they're saying. Like you're really, there's nothing much you can do there. And the minute you bite to come back, well,
he was on that clear power play goal streak for a while in there earlier this season. Yeah, it was indeed. And then the new Fortnite season dropped, and it just boom. Bro ended up starting pulling all-nighters to play Fortnite after that. Once that new Fortnite season began. 100% legit. Damn, we got ourselves a game. Yeah, I was originally going to go to this game. I had this plan today. I had this plan for today where I was going to be like, alright, I'll go watch the PWHL game, so the Ottawa Charge versus the Montreal Victoire, which was like at 1 o'clock or something like that. And then after that, I was going to take... And then once that game is over, I was going to take the bus to this game. And then watch 2 games. I thought cheap
goals
tickets
like
for
this
both of
so
them.
quickly in a game like this, when you look around the league today and all the
So,
high-scoring games, we figured there'd be some 6-5 contests.
but then what ended up being like the downfall of the trip, why I didn't do it, was that the tickets to go back to Toronto were expensive. So I was like, okay, never mind.
It's not just some short 2-3 day break. This was quite a break, and you got to get back in the game mode.
So the plans fell apart there. Instead, I ended up actually winning tickets for the second last Habs game, which is also Habs versus Sens. So I'm going to be watching the Habs versus Sens game in April.
In Pittsburgh, man, I mean, that was a
And
close
then
game for the first
I got my tickets for
half of
that.
game. I mean, it was a real
I ended up
hockey
getting
game, and
them,
all of a sudden,
being able to get them
floodgates opened, and
as they
just
were
couldn't stop it.
recently out because
And
for
you're
the
right,
Mega Bus,
it's
when they
always
release new dates, they have a
tough to get
huge
back at it.
freaking
Some
discount for
guys
them.
teams are skating, and they have players
Like,
at the Four Nations
I'm
who
gonna
are
be
not
going
there
to
skating, so lines aren't the same, and
Ottawa
power
and then
plays,
back
penalty
to
killing
Toronto
units
for
aren't
like
the
just
same. All
$12
the
bucks.
best players are at the Four Nations, so
So
you know, for a team
that's how
like
crazy the
Washington, you didn't have
discount is. And
anybody
then
at the Four
also, if you
Nations,
want to go
it's
to
not a
Niagara
surprise,
Falls,
right?
it's like $1, which is crazy. So you're gonna see me in this crowd here in April, and that's probably gonna be my last hockey game of the season.
Who was in the Four Nations.
I'm not sure they need an advantage, Washington. They're already first in the league.
Unless if for whatever reason the Habs end up going in the playoffs, then actually never mind. That's a lie. I know for a fact Toronto is going to be in the playoffs, so I'm probably gonna go to Maple Leaf Garden and stand in the crowd there outside. I won't announce I'm a Habs fan so I don't get stabbed, but like I'll just secretly be cheering against Toronto in that crowd. I don't have that much of a death wish. Oh! Damn. Caulfield almost got another one.
Suzuki back to the point. Hudson to Caulfield. They'll throw it towards
Oh, that hit the post.
Bumps into Sanderson.
Alright, that's right. Flav, use your body.
By Noah Gregor, he'll get to center and dump it in. Struble pokes it up the boards. Suzuki bump. Here comes Slavkovsky. Jensen comes across the ice.
Alright, come on, come on, come on.
Body out at Slavkovsky. Shabbat loops the goal, and he'll break out for Ottawa. Curling back, and he'll feed it across.
Oh yeah, then Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday, I won't be streaming because I'm gonna be, or actually maybe, we'll see. Actually, depends on how, when I get back from the game. On Wednesday, I'm going to the Laval Rocket versus Toronto Marlies game. And hopefully Reinbacher plays it, so I'll get to see my my 5th overall pick play. I've seen the 2021 first round picks play, but I haven't even the second round picks. However, unfortunately, I haven't seen them the 2022 one.
What an opening 20 minutes here in Ottawa.
All right, yeah. It's 22. Wait, never mind. Hold on a minute. Pause. I am getting confused here. 22 NHL draft.
We're off to a great start in the nation's capital. 3-2 Canadians through 20 on Hockey Night in Canada.
All right, sorry. No. I've seen the 22 draft picks play. I mean, and then because I even saw them get picked because that was the Montreal draft, and that was like, and then with that I was like in Montreal and had a place to stay because I have my connections to Montreal, as you can tell. And then my phone almost fell off the desk. But yeah, so I went to go watch that game, and that was freaking awesome. But yeah, on top of that, I was gonna say is, oh, I forget. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, so I've seen my 2022 Habs draft pick play. I haven't seen the 2023 one yet, aka David Reinbacker. Actually, that's a lie. I saw him play at the Prospect Challenge, but I haven't seen him play in the regular season. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, scoring. There was a lot of scoring in this first period. Very eventful. Brendan Gallagher scores his 15th goal of the season, and it's unassisted. 2 minutes and 28 seconds in. Then Cole Caulfield scores his 27th goal of the season, assisted by Jack Guy and Savard. Then the Sens finally reply. 10 minutes later, basically, in the game. Jake Sanderson scores on the power play, and it's assisted by Bafferson and Stützle. And then Stützle scores, tying it 2-2, and it's unassisted. And then finally, Patrick Laine wakes up and scores a power play goal to bring the Habs back into the front of the game. And it's assisted by Hudson and Suzuki. So, that's Hudson's 40th point of the season. Let's go. The penalties, we had Montreal's Anderson hooking Highmore, and then Sens Reinhardt holding Gallagher, and that's Cole Reinhardt. Then we go to game stats. Shots on goal, Ottawa has 10, Montreal has 9. Face-off, 64%, Ottawa has 36%, Montreal. Power play, they're both at 100%. They both had 1 power play, and they both had 2 minutes of penalties. It's 19 Montreal, 11 Ottawa. Block shots, 7 Montreal, 6 Ottawa. Giveaways, 6 Montreal, 8 Ottawa. And takeaways, 1 Montreal, 0 Ottawa. So yeah, we'll see y'all in the second period. Enjoy this video.
You know, getting used to the National Hockey League, the rigors of the National Hockey League, and this kid just took on a whole new level and has become one of their go-to guys, chewing up big minutes. Marty St. Louis has no issue throwing him out in any situation, and he's put up great numbers. He's leading all rookies in scoring, and he certainly will be in the Calder Trophy mix at the end of the season.
And his next assist will be number 40 on the season. What a year he's been having. Here's Dvorak up with a puck. Richard Dvorak looks towards the net, goes high and wide as Matheson centered it in front, comes all the way back to the line.
Barnac.
He'll shoot. Doesn't make it through to the goal.
Barnac.
It'll bounce outside the line.
What did I almost witness? I almost miss out on commentating on.
Pablo will work it up to center. Well, Mario checked. Moves into the boards in front of the Ottawa bench on the hit from Struble. It's all right.
So for the streams this upcoming week, I'm not gonna dedicate myself to a schedule for this week because there's a possibility of me working on a set. Oh!
And it's stopped by Olmark.
Well, nice job by the Canadians. Good start to the second period. They get Ottawa hemmed in their end, and this time Struble plays the part of taking it to the middle of the ice and then feeding it over to Hudson, who did that to Laine on the power play. You have to get someone to come to you to open up someone else. And
there you go.
What Struble did as we look at.
Oh, he's at 42 points. I guess he got his 40th point. Oh, he got it a while ago. I thought I didn't think he got it already.
Regardless of whether he leads in scoring or not. The minutes
he
plays, the
come on.
minutes he plays, the year he's having, he will be, I believe, in the mix to win the Calder.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be him, Dustin Wolf, and Celebrini. And then maybe Mitchkov.
Dangled up with Sanderson. Slavkovsky centered in front. Caulfield can't get to it. Struble with a shot, and it's tipped out of play.
But I mean, like,
It'd be something if the kid was
I
able
feel
to win
like
the call. They're the last person to win
as
it,
a
as you saw in the
goaltender
draft
and
before that big
defenseman,
drive.
the main
That is a
reason why
long
you would
time
get voted, I guess,
between
is if
having
you're
a
a
guy in
huge
your
part
system
of
that
why your team's
wins the
winning.
Calder
And
Trophy
Hudson, that he's logging
got
like
as good a shot as
20
anybody.
minutes a night,
Just like the way he operates,
and then Wolf
you know, the
is
little
like
things that he does
going
that really
sicko
are
mode
his
in
own.
terms
I
of
mean, you don't see
goaltending.
other guys doing those
And then
little
if
things that he does,
Flames
whether it's the
go
head
to the
movements, the hand movements, where
playoff,
he
then
goes over the
goddamn, it's
top
gonna
of
be
the
an
puck
even
and then
tougher
comes back with
division.
it. The stops and starts, the change of speeds. I mean, he's really unique.
Nick Jensen rattles it around the boards in his own zone.
Oh yeah, and I realize I'll be here in Toronto for the draft, so might go to a pub for that.
Ran into Tim Stützle. Puck comes to the point for Shabbat. Plays it out for Giroux.
Ooh, no, 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 get it out, get it out, get it out.
Will get it up the boards. It's off the leg of Jensen and out.
Woo.
Shabbat will send it back in.
Bro, what is going on here?
And they'll blow the play down on the offside with the door open at the bench.
Yeah, when you step, if you're already offside, when you step in from the bench, you put yourself offside, right? And that's exactly what happened. When the gate opened, you step out and you're offside on the dump in. So that gets blown down. Face-off will come outside.
A little direction for Tim Stützle from both Daniel Alfredson and Travis Green. Look sharp for Ottawa tonight. Cadet won the draw. He'll get it back. Clement on the rolling puck. Bumped by Evans and now forced to give it off for Hamonic in his own zone. Out the head and tipped in by Reinhart. Montenberg plays it for Savard up the wing and now brought out.
All right, come on.
Head for Heineman trying to battle his way in.
Boom.
And he'll take Hamonic into the boards.
Here comes the boom.
Heineman
Here
races
comes
out
the
with the puck.
boom.
Holds off the hit from Hamonic. He's worked over a couple of times there.
Excusez-moi. Was that not a penalty? We were just pushing and pushing and pushing and him to the ground.
Got it in deep. Heineman goes after it. Bumps into Clement. Armia's
I guess
on the
that's not
puck.
really fault, people.
Back to
So,
the point. Hudson sends it to Struble.
why is nobody?
Couldn't get the shot to the goal as
Why is bro giving him a massage?
Nice adjustment by Clement there, coming up to the high slot.
Puck worked in by Dvorak. Gatherson holds off Gallagher. Now loose. And
All right, come on.
clear it out. Oh, that one went off the linesman. Andrew Smith. Here comes Patterson. And he stopped.
Patterson forgot.
Well, every now and then the linesman can get in the way, can't get out of the way, and this time the bounce actually helps the Ottawa Senators out. Gaudette's going to try to flip this off the wall, catches the linesman, and then comes right into the middle of Batherson with a little drop. Gets it back, and then it gets a lane to the net. Being a right-hand shot, he's able to put his body below the goal line to bring the stick back out into play, and that's what he tries to do on Montembeault.
All right, come on.
Perron goes right after Carrier. Chance for Ridley Gray.
Oh, that just went into the crowd.
So important.
Hey, don't hurt
battles in
me.
the corner,
Don't hurt
take it to the
me.
net. Take it
No
to the
more.
net quickly, and that's what Ottawa does here. They win a battle down low in the corner, and then right away they turn that into a chance out in the slot area for Greg. And it's like, you know, you sit and you throw it back to the point. Sometimes the best thing to do is turn and go
Oh yeah,
right
by
to
the way,
net.
this is an emote now. What is love?
Comes back to the corner.
There's a Tulsi vibing emote now.
Now knocked down by
Oh no, yeah.
They'll blow it down on a high stick.
Let me add something
These
here.
passes, I mean, they've been around for quite a few years now, but they're extremely hard to handle. If you're the defenseman backing up in the neutral zone and this high lobber is coming in at you,
Up in here, up in
what
here.
do you do? They got guys who are just skating right at you. They're just
Up in
waiting for
here,
you to knock this
up
puck
in here.
down. and they're going to be all over you. And you see the problem it created for Jake Sanderson. He's trying to just glove it out of harm's way. You almost better to back up and let it bounce and deal with it from there sometimes.
Alright, something I don't know why I haven't re-added because really added to the vibes. What's this right here?
Pass is a little too hot for Nick Suzuki. Amadio with it. I'll move it over. Ottawa stays outside. Stutzle with the puck. Dropped it. Sanderson takes the shot towards the net. Goes wide. Stutzle on the line. Sanderson again.
Seems emerged. Please re-add.
And maybe a break here as Slafkovsky will get to center. He had Suzuki taking off. Now he'll carry it in. Gives it back to Suzuki.
Oh my God, bruh.
Slafkovsky who got the return feed. Jensen after it. Jensen trying to get it in front with Stutzle going to the net. Good stick by Lane Hudson to knock it away. Hudson clears it. Gallagher.
Right, let me try this again.
Highmore around for Shabbat. Up the boards, and Batherson will tip it out. Struble has got it, settles it down, played it up ahead and right back into the Ottawa zone as Allmark will tip it across.
There you go.
The stop check. Can't get by center ice. Gallagher back the other way. He'll throw it on in. Allmark the save. Big rebound.
Hey, let's go.
Puts it home. Snapping
Woohoo!
and the Canadians get their 2-goal lead back.
Let's go. Let me try it out.
Execution on the exits. You got to exit the zone by making good passes. This one is not a good pass.
Hey. 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 Habs go. Go. 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 Habs go. Habs go. Let me try this once more.
They're out of the zone. It's not a problem, but it's behind him. He has trouble handling it. It turns over, and Montreal takes advantage of it.
Hey. 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 There you go. Voila. It is done.
Out to center, that's off the stick of Gray.
We got the emotes back.
The sportsbook born in Vegas.
Canadians recouped the 2-goal lead they started this game with. Now winning 4-2, 14-21 here to go in the second period. And the Senators find themselves chasing the game again.
Charge!
Toss from the draw.
Charge!
Steps in against Stutzle. Amadio tries to win the battle for it, and Doc will lift it in the Senators' zone. Shabbat laid it ahead up the boards as Amadio trying to clear it out. Ran into Newhooks, who will give it back to Shabbat. Round to Jensen. He's bumped by Doc. Bouncing puck at the line. Newhook kept it in. Kirby Doc.
All right.
Chipped out by Jensen in front of the net. Now grabbed by Newhook. Centered in front for line A.
Oh, why is it going twice?
Matheson and out to center.
Yeah, left.
Nick Jensen.
There you go. We work it working now. It be working. How about this? What does that do? Okay, we remove that.
Heineman waits, takes the shot, it got blocked, big rebound, and Stutzle's got it. He's got a little room. Savard trying to direct traffic as Stutzle comes in and snapped it over the net. He was waiting for a little help on that attack, and Savard was trying to make sure everyone was covered as they were coming up ice.
Good communication by Evans coming back. They could have easily both taken the same guy, and that would have left the trailer open.
Again, drags the puck.
All right, give me a second. I'm just adjusting this.
Armia will knock it in the Ottawa
Adjusting
zone.
my feed of Laval versus
Played it off for Zhu.
Laval game here.
Sanderson.
Laval versus Syracuse. My stream I was watching was down.
Slafkovsky has been involved in very
Bull hockey, what are you doing?
for the Canadians. Perron, top of the puck, trying to center it across for Cadet, and it's off the stick. Arbor Jack guy up the boards. Perron will get it back to the goal. Hudson, right it for it. Nick Suzuki.
All right, come on.
Perron, and Cole Caulfield will carry it through center. 27th of the year for Caulfield tonight. Ties his career high. Puck comes back to the point. Here's Savard with it. Played it off for Struble. Got it down to Caulfield.
All right, come on.
Suzuki back to the point. Struble towards
Oh
it.
my God.
Omar, big rebound. And
Bruh.
Struble went after it, but he couldn't get it. His Baggerson was on top of his stick. Perron up with a puck. Laid back for Sanderson.
Glad my commands are working again. They finally fixed the issue.
Sanderson holds on and waits.
Bull hockey, are you real? For real now?
Long pass ahead. Highmore checked by Struble. The stop check goes after it. They'll run into Savard. Gallagher trying to get it out. Broken up by Amadio. Amadio shot towards it. Bouncing in front. Highmore couldn't settle it down. Gallagher will force it to center. And Anderson will play it in. Hammond dropped it off for Shabbat. Anderson got him loose around the wing. Here comes Amadio.
No. Get out of there, Mario. Get out of there, Mario.
Dumps it off to the corner. Carrier goes after it for the Canadians. And he'll clear it out and down the ice. Stützle retrieves for Ottawa. Jensen with it. Lifts it in. Settled down and laid on out by Montreal. As Laine will put it off the glass.
Oh, okay. I thought that was going out.
Reinhardt steps up to make a play, and it comes back for Giroux. Off to Tim Stützle. Here comes Stützle.
When Laine is alive, the Habs play good.
Backhand stop by Montembeault, and Matheson cleared away the rebound.
By that I mean when he's scoring. No!
Chance there with Giroux going to the net. Couldn't get the shot on
Damn,
goal.
we both had Laine and Caulfield scoring the same game. I think that's the first time it happens.
Ridley Craig out to center, settled down by Reinhardt. He'll play it in. Montembeault out of the net. Off the boards, Laine's there. Quick pass ahead, connects with Evans, waiting at the Ottawa line. He's forced to dump it in as Shabbat was right on him.
Less than 10 minutes to go.
Perron was there. Now carried
All right,
back
come
in.
on.
Here's Heineman.
Come on. Come on.
Shot to the net. Shabbat got in the way and lost his stick. Wayne Hudson will play it across. Heineman gives it back to Struble. On ahead for Armia. Joel Armia laid it up for Evans. Hopped over his stick. Shabbat is there, and he'll hand it off for Artem Zub. Up the head, hit the stick of Caulfield, rolled along the top of the Ottawa bench, and touched somebody's hand for the whistle.
Well, Timmy Stützle is absolutely on fire here, and you hear about stick
All
handling.
right, commercial break time. Nope. Music play back on. Yeah, your boy. Wait, was it Josh Anderson that scored that? It was Josh Anderson that scored it, right? It was indeed. Let's go. Let's correct the Mungo. started doing stuff here.
The Habs lineup. He
Voila.
suffered an injury back in January after getting hit by a car, much to the amusement of his teammate.
The injury bug was real there.
Laugh about it now, but the guy got hit by a car. You know, it's kind of unfortunate. You know, there's not much you can do about it.
God,
Glad he's okay.
Well, he's healthy. He's back in the lineup, so it's good that they can now joke
Bro.
about it.
Have that stop sign on your jersey.
Well, that is good that Heineman is okay. And sort of an impact player for the Canadians on that fourth line. Seems a little bit of a different dynamic for him.
He's a guy you
Oh yeah, Heineman can finally contribute again to them, his rookie points here.
Breath of fresh air for the Canadians. He can move him around. They can move him just about anywhere they want. He'll fit in.
Gallagher tries to find the puck at center. Couldn't get it to go for him there. As Arbor Jacki will lift it in. That goes into the Canadians bench. Look out, everyone ducks for cover.
Jacki, one of those guys that is a combatant type of guy. He likes to get under the skin.
Oh, I got the mood like Jaggers. I got the mood like Jaggers. I got the mood.
He doesn't really veer too
like
far away from
Jagger.
that. A really underrated guy as far as he's a very good skater and he's got a well above average shot. Especially with slapper,
I'm
he's
on
got
the
a real
mood like Jaggers.
Artem Zoo will dump it in. Lane Hudson goes after it. Checked by Perron. Struble up on the puck. Clears it out as Stutzer was flying in after him.
There it is.
Here's Slavkovsky.
Oh, hey, let's go! Slap!
Giving himself a night in Ottawa, and he fires that one through Allmark. And it's 5-2.
Well, this just should never happen. I mean, this is starting 200 feet from the net, and a lot of mistakes made by the Ottawa Senators.
Hey!
Split right up the middle of the
Hey!
between
Hey! Hey!
and then Batherson
Hey!
in the first goal.
Hey! 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 Go Habs! Go! 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 Go Habs! Go!
Normally see being kicked out. That led to a goal. He hasn't been able to make a save for them.
Hey!
Nothing big anyway.
Hey! Allmark is out. Hey!
Green said, look, let's
Hey.
just make the change now. It's 5-2.
Hey.
Let's get him out of there.
Hey!
This is about mistakes
Hey!
in front of him.
Hey! Hey!
Make big saves for you, but
Hey!
those are some glaring errors that are happening. And decisions
Hey!
that are being made
Hey! Hey!
to get grade A quality chances.
Hey!
So, certainly
Hey.
not the kind of game that
Hey!
Coach Reed was looking
Hey!
for.
Hey!
Especially after losing some games prior to the break. But certainly
Oh,
been a rough
whoa.
night for Batherson.
Put that Team USA out here.
Slavkovsky gets his 9th of the year. He had just 1 point in the last 6 games. And he's been a bit of an impact player in this game tonight. Now finds the back of the net.
Hit that Team Canada. Get that Team USA goal scoring out of here.
In a relief appearance here as Hudson will work it around for Line. See if the goaltending change sparks Ottawa a bit. Well, it's going to be a break for New
All right, come on, come on.
Right
Oh.
on the net as Forsberg is forced into the fire right
New
away to
hook.
make a save. Hudson up with it. Got it back across. Snap towards the net.
Oh.
Line, stopped by Forsberg.
Damn, this game they get Suzuki back to point per game status.
Check to the boards by Ostapchuk. Now Mario plays it up for Highmore, and he'll lift it out. That pass actually came up and hit Ostapchuk right in the face, in the visor there. He's all right. Chapat tees it
Ooh,
up.
they're doing
Offensive
chuck a puck
Kosovo the save.
at this
And a
game.
rebound cleared away by Kirby Doc. On ahead for Armia.
Bro, what is this mascot doing?
Goes after it, Clement there first.
Syracuse has an interesting mascot. It's like a turtle,
And the puck is worked back in by Heineman.
but like a human costume.
Evans in on the forecheck. Comes up with it. Sends it back for Carrier.
Hey, ole, 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 ole. Ole, 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 ole.
Garcia got it down in the corner, and Hamonic will work it up onto the boards.
Now that's fine to cheer, but still, it's still creepy to. It's still. I'm very superstitious about cheering that. Oh, is it in? Oh, okay, now it's offside.
Lemon backs up, puts it off the glass, down the ice. This will be an icing call against Ottawa.
Well, the chances keep coming.
And icing for Ottawa.
Been hot of late.
Everybody just have a good time. I may make you lose your mind.
With the save, and then the slap
have a good time. Everybody's in the house of mine. Everybody just have a good time.
Coming to Ottawa in their last 5 games, 0-4-1, and now a 3-goal lead with 6:15 to go in the second period.
Haven't won here in Ottawa since February of 2022. Senators are 6-0-1 in their last 7.
So I might see, I guess, Jack beat Kachuk's, Brady Kachuk's ass on April then. If the beatdown isn't happening tonight.
He's smiling like a butcher's dog, and it's 5-2.
Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. What a good game. What a good game. And we're just halfway through it. Well, there's one person on the ice with a gigantic hat. And I don't think it's a mascot. No, it's not a mascot. Why does that person have a huge hat? Wait, roll up the rim is back? Two more days, alright, let's go. Roll up the rim is back in 2 days. The normal version, not the electronic version. The electronic version was so boring. I know it's eco-friendly and all. However, you're still buying the drink. It doesn't matter. Like, bruh. You know, the last time I played the like actual roll-up version, like that off the cup, was like
he's been involved in all the
maybe when I was in college, like last in college. I think my first year of college.
He's gonna walk right into this one on the miscue from Batherson, and he makes no mistake.
Bro, that used to be so hype.
With a big left winger.
Here's Chabot with a shot. That one goes wide. Sanderson is there. Got it down into
like,
the corner. Sanderson holds the line as Perron tried to knock it down off the glass. Carrier goes after it.
Now we're going to be having hype is returning. Canada won the Four Nations face off. So now we're going to have peak again.
Watch an all-new episode of Law and Order Toronto. Criminal Intent this Thursday at 10 Eastern, 9 Central on City TV, or stream it on City TV Plus.
Well, a lot of people forget how young Juraj Slafkovsky still really is. I mean, he's a young guy in the league.
Bro, he's just 20.
Still getting his, still growing knowledge and growing into his size and just figuring it all out. I'm playing with 2 really good players. I think this line has a ton of chemistry.
We drafted him, like I said, in 2022.
They found their way back together again, and this is a line that can be really dangerous for years to come.
1 goal, 4 shots, 6 hits for Juraj Slafkovsky so far tonight. His career high in a game is 7 hits, so he's one away from that.
He's present. He's been present in this game. There's no doubt about it.
Second half of season, Slafkovsky is
a guy who's the captain of the Ottawa Senators,
crazy.
Has inspired watching him play, and he's come out.
Will you run?
The glass out at center. Batherson fighting for it. Zub will pull it out. Played over to Sanderson. Artem off the boards, up ahead. Patterson trying to catch up to it. And that won't work because play is blown down and brought back.
Well, 5:27 to go here in the second period for the Ottawa Senators. It's pretty obvious. You've got to try to get one here.
Let's go, let's go.
At the end
Let's
of this
go,
period.
let's go. Let's go, let's
then
go.
found their way back
Let's
into this
go,
hockey game. It looked like
let's
they were
go.
getting some energy and kind of getting back to it. And the
Let's
Canadians
go,
kind of
let's go.
the power play goal and then
Just in back in.
to
Hell yeah, that's a good score.
Jensen
Hello, hello, Jonesy. Yes. 5-2, baby.
That's knocked down, and Mario fights his way.
We
out.
doing good.
Off for Line, trying to clear it, got it to the point. Ridley Gregg will bring it in, but that's called on the outside.
Well, for the Senators, they've had some really
So I
healthy
guess
streaks, you know?
the
They've had a
Arbor
6-0-1
Jack guy
streak,
versus
a 5-0-1
Brady
streak,
Tkachuk
and a
fight
5-0-0 streak. So they've had some really
is
good
gonna not
runs
be
and have
happening
gotten into
tonight
this playoff
because
spot.
Brady
The problem
Tkachuk
is, between
chickened
those
out
three streaks, they're 1-10-1.
and is not playing
So,
this
yeah,
game.
they're winning a lot of games in a row, but they're also losing a lot of games in a row, and it's hard to get traction.
Let's
and really
see,
get
when's the
yourself in
next?
safe zone in a more comfortable
Is there a
playoff
game
spot
before the
when
one
you
I'm
have
going to
those
see?
kind of
The
losses as well.
Habs versus Sens.
Perron with it.
Oh, there is.
Jensen.
Okay, maybe it'll be in Montreal then.
Check by Jack-Eye, puck
But
all
if
the way
not,
to net. That one missed. Perron trying to catch
if
up
not
to
though,
the boards. Tangled up with
I'll be
Line.
there in
Here's
Ottawa
Chabot.
for
Thomas
the
Chabot
11th of
shooting
April.
through traffic, and Montembeault finds it, and he covers it up. Yeah, Giroux right in front of the net.
Do they have
contend
beef
with,
or
but he's
something?
got it.
They're just
Under
both
5 to go in the second.
the fighters on the team, I guess, really. But well, before in the morning when they were doing the interviews for the lineups at the hotel there, they asked, I don't know what triggered it, but Jack Guy said basically that he was gonna beat Brady Tkachuk's ass tonight, and then literally an hour before the game, it said Brady Tkachuk will not be playing due to injury, or something like that, or to 10-10 injury, or something like that. Like maybe because he wants his piece of the action that he missed out on at the Four Nations face-off. He's like, he had enough with Brady Tkachuk's comments that he had at the Four Nations about Team USA and stuff, so he's like, yeah, I need my say in this. I mean, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm surprised we didn't get any fights on Thursday.
First, the turnover from
It's funny though that so before the game and everything,
just turnovers and giving Montreal opportunities.
Somebody like
quickly has really put the Senators on.
Somebody said that like that Canada versus USA game, like the Saturday one, was peak.
You know, as an ex-player, I can tell you, we've all.
And I'm like
that.
Then in that comment, I saw that TikTok, and I'm like, I saw that comment, and I'm like, sorry, I saw that post, and then I commented saying, the only thing that can top this off is if the game went to overtime. And then boom, predicted it happened on Thursday.
With games, and this one might not be over yet. You think one bounce goes
I mean, the USA may have won like game beforehand. However, they didn't win the game that mattered.
It would really go a long way.
Here comes Sanderson. He'll curl back to the boards. Little break here.
Oh my God, bro! If that was a bit higher, that would have been like done zone.
In the corner, knocked down. Carrier trying to find it.
It would have been in.
Perron comes in to help out. David Perron got it back to Sanderson. Sanderson into the corner. Tim Stützle. Goes one way, now the other. Feeds it back for Sanderson. His shot gets through. Blockered away by Montembeault. Stutzla is...
I knew the context behind of why he said that, but like, it's so funny that like, Arbor Jack guy in the morning says, alright, I'm gonna beat his ass. And then an hour before the game, Brady Tkachuk is like, yeah, no, I'm backing out of this. That's what it looks like.
Comes up with it. Suzuki breaks up the pass intended for Giroux. Struble. Off to Hudson, back for Struble. Slavkovsky.
All right, come on.
Dropped it off. Caulfield's got it.
Oh.
And on the shot, Slavkovsky to Caulfield around the boards. Go Giroux. Trying to get there, but it's taken away by Struble.
If there was gonna be a Brady Tkachuk versus Arbor Jackeye fight, I would have done this edit where it's like you have the first 3 fights in the 9 seconds of the Team Canada versus USA game, and then all of a sudden I play some like WWE, and then I make like a WWE edit where like all of a sudden you're like, wait, who's coming out? And then you just hear, Max, go give it to you. And then I play the, and then I play the like lead up to like that guy going to Brady Tkachuk, and then we have the fight going, and then in the background you just hear, Max, go give it to you. That was my edit idea. I know Brady Tkachuk had a fight in that first 90 seconds there, so it makes sense. And I think he may have beaten the player that he fought, but yeah, it would have been like, okay, he got backup. Who is it? Who's backing him up? Oh wait, it's the sheriff. Bro, Savard, where were you there? Oh, Jackeye, speaking of which, really, refs? Really, ref? Oh, Gallagher?
You're going to keep an eye on that. Of course, the collision back in training.
Speaking of Jackeye fighting, he almost fought Hamonic.
Right in, right away. He took a high stick earlier.
But then the rest are like, nah, we ain't having that.
He uses that speed to back off everyone. And then, of course, here comes Matheson. He gets hit with a blow. Down he goes, and then all of a sudden, it's Stutzla joining the rush. Gets the pass from Sanderson.
I was expecting an Arbor Jackeye fight today. I wanted.
High stick right there. It wasn't on the initial hit from Matheson. That was fine. It was on the recoil where his stick came back over the top and caught him in the face. And again, that's a missed call. And we saw the one earlier with Shabbat. Those get the players frustrated. And there's the extracurricular activity with Hamonic when he saw Jackeye.
Well, these refs and Leisman was like, yeah, no, you ain't doing that.
And Coach Green not happy. I mean, he's seeing stuff and he's like, come on, you gotta pick up these things. And hey, look at players are a bit rusty. Everyone's a bit rusty on the way back, including yours truly, Bartz.
Well, there's been no lack of entertainment, that's for sure.
I mean, the ball center is still in running condition. It isn't rusty, I can tell you that, because they were hosting the first half of the tournament. So they've got just like a week off.
Well, the way these teams are scoring power play goals, a couple of power plays could go a long way, right?
Yeah. Matheson up the wing and out to center. Montembeault will send it back for Shabbat across from Montembeault. He's got a stop chuck and he'll hand it off for him. The stop chuck dropped it back for Perron. Tried to chop it to the net.
All right, come on.
Jake Evans will get it to center. Shabbat watch that one at center ice and played it back into the Canadian zone. Matheson takes the hit on the play from Reinhardt as Evans will clear it out back down the ice. Sanderson up with it. Dumps it in, and this will be called icing and brought back.
Well, I like the play from Montembeault there, who also played in the Four Nations face-off for Finland. He doesn't just go to dump the puck in. Like, he gets it at the red line. It's the kind of game you just dump it in. No, he makes a take pass, and it gets them into the zone with possession and an opportunity to attack. I mean, you're down 3 goals. You know, dumping the puck in is not going to be the answer. You got to hit players on the fly. You got to attack. You got to attack on the
So
rush.
I guess we didn't get to see what happened. What would happen if a Finnish defenseman would get injured? Once the tournament began, there's no more injuries for Finnish defensemen.
Now it's pulled off the boards by Jensen. Nick Jensen, backhand towards the net, skips to the corner. Sanderson has got it. Sanderson around for Jensen. Back to the line. Highmore throws it in front. Tip.
Oh my God.
It just went wide. He's got it again. Batherson, another shot.
Bring off Batherson.
Jensen trying to get to it. He's upended. Penalty
all right.
coming up here.
Oh.
And there's the power play opportunity.
Darn.
Would have been nice for Batherson to snipe one there. It's been a rough night for him. It would have been gone a long way to find the back of the net. A couple of really good opportunities. The first one right here on the tip, and that did not miss by very much at all. Then he reloads and comes out and lets it rip. And then as they're exiting the zone, there's the first tip. I mean, that was just a beautiful backhand tip. And then he walks out, reloads on this one, tries to go upstairs, and there's the call at the top of your screen on Jensen by Laine. And with 34.7 seconds on the clock, Ottawa will go to work, and hopefully quick work at that.
Ottawa scored on that one power play opportunity they had.
Dun, 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 dun,
They get another one.
All right. Ottawa with the power play for the rest of the period.
Nice job by Matheson to just gut that up along the wall and then get some help from Anderson to get it down the ice.
Here comes Sanderson.
So far, both power plays are at 100%. All right, come on, come on, come on.
Into the Ottawa zone. Check by Stutzla.
All right, keep it in there, keep it in there.
To Sanderson. Up to center. Gets to the line.
3, 2, 1.
Brings it around to the open side. Nobody there.
That's that.
The power play will.
All right, let's overview the period. So, scoring. You go down to the second period here. It was all Montreal. Josh Anderson scores, and it's assisted by Gallagher and Dvorak. And then we got Joris Slavkovsky scoring, and it's assisted by Suzuki and Struble. Then we go to penalties. We only had one, and it was Laine tripping Jansen. And then now we go to the game stats. Shots on goal, 18 Ottawa, 17 Montreal. Face-off percentage, 65.2% Ottawa, 34.8% Montreal. Power play, 100% Montreal, 101. Ottawa, 50%, 102. Penalty minutes, 2 Ottawa, 4 Montreal. Hits, 32 Montreal, 29 Ottawa. Holy frick, the hits are high. Block shots, 12 Ottawa, 8 Montreal. Giveaways, 9 Montreal, 11 Senators. Takeaway, 5 Habs, 2 Sens. Alright, we'll see y'all in the third period.
You can mess up that drop pass, that slingshot pass. We saw it happen in the second period as Stutzla has had a heck of a game. Circles the net with speed, and then he ends up finding Gaudette right in the soft spot as he cruises right into it and can't find a hole in Montembeault. But when the team comes up the ice through the neutral zone, they like that lengthy drop pass that backs off the penalty killers and gives speed. But Montreal keeps lagging a guy in there. It was Anderson in the second period, and there it was Evans.
Here's Anderson throwing it towards the net, tipped, and it's out of play.
Oh, good job by Matheson there. He's coming across the middle with 2 Ottawa Senators. The puck is en route to the net, and all he can do really is tip this thing out of harm's way. And he does a nice job of that. He's going to get up off his feet here, right there. I mean, if he doesn't get a stick on that, that's coming right to the net with 2 Ottawa Senators behind him.
Really great, gets tossed out. Stutzla will come in to take it. That'll shuffle everyone around here in the power play formation. Finally a good drop. Carrier's got it, checked in the corner. And the puck gets cleared by Evans and down the ice. Forsberg sets it up for Sanderson. Jake Sanderson will carry it on his own to the line.
Oh, whoops, I'm muted.
Greg is there, dropped it back. Stutzla trying to get it back down low. Carry it off the glass and out. Anderson racing after it. Josh Anderson back one-on-one against Stutzla. Comes around the goal. And Greg will take the puck away. Perron tipped it back for Shabbat.
All right, come on.
Now Jensen with it. Jensen will lift it into the corner. Arbor Jacki tries to hold him off. Swung it around for Lane Hudson. Hudson long pass in the air.
Go.
Catch up to it. Shabbat up the boards for Jensen.
On.
Lane Hudson will settle it down. Slupkowski.
All right, come on.
Pops it back. Caulfield is there, and he'll lift it in. And we're going to have a penalty here, and it's too many men on the ice.
Oh.
Ottawa, bench minor penalty. Too many players on the ice.
I know.
Well, a coach that has already got the steamometer up at the very top, and you can tell that is not a happy person right there, and you can see the changing that's all going on the Ottawa bench. It's a stretch pass to Slafkovsky, and he cuts in and drops, and he puts himself offside, which is what I thought the play. I thought he put himself offside. I did not see to my right the extra guy for the Senators on the ice.
So power play for the Canadiens now as Caulfield battles Sanderson for the puck. Sanderson has got it, and he'll flip it down the ice.
Senators bench minor penalty.
There's Lane Hudson with it. Pops it back. Nick Suzuki follows up. Left it for Laine. Patrick Laine to the point for Hudson. Lane Hudson sends it over to Slafkovsky. Suzuki back to the point for Hudson. Hudson hands it off. Suzuki.
All right, come on. Oh my God, Slav. Slav almost had a second goal.
Good entry into the zone
it was
by
Slav.
Suzuki. Get the puck back to your quarterback. They did it a couple times there.
Damn.
And then work it up high, get it down low, and for Slafkovsky, when you see
Oh my God.
and go up high with Caulfield,
We're almost at it.
Opens up a lane to the net. And you got to be able to have the ability, the confidence to take that lane. And he did that. He's had a ton of confidence.
Right under the pads, though.
Confidence. He's already got himself a goal. Got a heck of a game. Why not? Take it to the net.
Nick Suzuki thrown out of the draw. Laine will come in to take it against Ridley Gregg. And Ridley Gregg, right off the draw, will just force it all the way down the ice.
A smart play by Gregg. He knows that, Laine is going to try to win this clean back, so why not just help him with it and push it right out of
All
the
right,
zone.
a minute and 10 seconds to go. Let's do this. Oh, Hudson. Bro, Hudson with almost another point tonight and almost a goal. Bro. Let's keep our thing at 100% here. Let's keep it going. Let's get another Laine goal. Oh. If it wasn't for the stick in front of him, it would have been in. See, this is what Finland could have had if they would have realized Laine was open.
Well, what a play by Slafkovsky. Not only does he come up towards the top of the blue line, and he is the last guy. That's how confident you are. A turnaround pass through two Senators right onto the tape of Caulfield. And what an opportunity for Caulfield. He loved that pass from his line mate. What a gutsy play there. He's feeling it.
Giroux won that draw, but then it was scrambled, and Newhook got his stick in on it. As Doc will take the pass. Tries to hold it along the boards. Jensen in there as well. Newhook breaks free.
Oh.
Good defensive play though. Highmore got the stick in the way. Puck cleared out to center and now
Oh
maybe
boy.
a point for Ottawa.
Nope,
Shabbat
nope, nope,
shorthanded.
nope, nope.
Gets loose. Shot
Oh!
picked up by Montembeault.
Darn, no, it's at 50% again.
Heineman hands it off for Newhook.
Bro, I
Power play,
barely
only 3 shots for the
pushed
Canadiens.
onto the
Goal lead
vest.
still
What are you going?
1-0 as Jensen knocks it free. Perron at center with it.
Yelling at my camera here.
Big Jensen out for Perron off his stick. Struvel's there, cleared it away, and it popped over the stick to Batherson. That allows Gallagher to carry it in. He'll drop it back. Struvel at the line, and it poked away by Perron. Play gets blown down at the line.
Well, Thomas Chabot, he's going to find himself with this puck. It's a bobble in the neutral zone by Kirby Dach, and as he cuts across, he goes against the grain on a rolling puck off the toe of his stick, and it just almost got to the outreached arm of Montembeault, who had to reach it right out there to the nth degree to knock that one down. A well-placed shot by Chabot.
This thing
Good effort by Noah Gregor to
opens.
fight it in the Canadian zone, try to get in front, taken away by Heineman. He'll get
This
it to
thing's
center
open. I don't
and
know
back
what
down
I
the
would
ice.
put in there.
Forsberg out of the net. He'll play it himself. Evans got in the way. Armia bumped. Clement.
Very interesting, but it's a waste of space.
Turnover in front as Evans had a great chance with that puck coming off the stick of Hamilton. Jake Evans. Back to the point for Matheson.
Be a medicine cabinet. Maybe.
Matheson a drive, and that one stopped in front. Clement.
Ole, 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 ole.
Punched over as he's gonna feel the effects of taking that shot to the block. Anderson. Off for Dvorak. Canadians cycle it around in the Ottawa zone. Savard. Slap pass
Alright,
down
come
low.
on.
Chabot has got it. He'll roll it around for Stutzla. Poked up on the wing. Highmore is there. Gets it back over for Chabot, trying to catch up to it. Just couldn't
Fuzzy,
make the play.
fuzzy.
Dvorak dropped it off for
Oh.
Anderson. And it's just out of his reach as Claude Giroux will take it. Giroux through the middle.
No.
Belling his way in front, follows up. Hit
Bro.
up by Montembeault.
Alright, come on.
Battle with Jacka back behind the net. Meanwhile, Suzuki up by
Oh, Zuki almost went on the breakaway, but then got caught up.
Now Stutzla has got it, and then he's hit by Jacka in front of the Canadiens bench. They continue to go.
That guy is Stutzel? Alright, alright.
Caulfield up for the
Oh
puck.
my.
Pass ahead for
The refs are now allowing a fight.
Suzuki
Brig
puts it in.
off.
Slavkovsky on it. And he's run over by Ridley Gregg. He saw him coming. Slavkovsky drops the glove.
There's definitely a glove.
Center ice.
Good job, Flop. Beat his ass.
Slavkovsky gets a couple of shots in on Gregg. Gregg
Holy
comes back.
fuck. And he's down! Let's go! That is... Let's turn this on. That is one in my book.
Uri Slavkovsky's all
Go,
over the
Habs,
sheet
go.
tonight.
Go, Habs, go. 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 We'll cut it off at that part because there isn't a goal yet. But still. Let's go. Slav winning a fight. That's pretty epic. And we got ran over from what it looks like. And then Slav is like, yeah, no, I ain't allowing that. He took it down. Good job, Slav, taking matters into your own hand. And 30 seconds left in the Slav versus Syracuse game. It's looking like Syracuse is winning this, unfortunately. By the way, guys, in 5 minutes there's gonna be an ad. So, hold on. How's everybody's day going? Mine is pretty chill. I've been just like... Well, actually, never mind. It's far from chill. My day was, actually. I went to go watch some movies, and then woke up an hour before I realized, oh wait, I have to go. Well, woke up an hour past, and I'm like, oh shoot, I actually have to go now. Too bad for my eating breakfast. And then,
with one another a lot earlier in this game. It starts out with
after that, it was just like rush. And then when I got downtown Toronto, I actually ended up having an hour to spare. So I could have had breakfast and lunch for not having to pay money. Damn, Hudson was gonna fight him. Hudson was ready to stick up for Slav.
Players had a good chuckle. They were going over to congratulate Slavkovsky in the box. Jack-Eye was the first one over there with a big grin on his face. He loved it.
Now Laine comes up with it. He'll lift it off the boards and out.
Well, we got a fight tonight. That's good. Shots are tied up, though. Let's do something about it, Habs.
Second time this season that
Let's get some more shots in. That's what I mean by that.
As Newhook will carry it in. Goes it wide of the goal. Amadio is there. Amadio pressured.
Alright, come on. Oh my god, Armia. Alright, we got some fights.
Well, a common thread in the game, and an unfortunate one for Ottawa is pucks that they're losing battles on around their net. And Montreal's walking right in this time. Armia, as Armadio just kind of loses the puck there to Doc. He gets strip checked, and Armia takes it to the net. Tries to go short side upstairs, and Forsberg does a nice job with the glove snagging that out of the air. Keep it at 5-2.
Jake Evans will take the draw against Zach Ostapchuk. Comes back to the point. Hudson has got it. Walks the line. Flipped it towards the net. Goes wide. Ostapchuk is on it. Tries to break free from Armia. Armia gets the puck. Centered in front into the feet of Evans. He'll hand it off. Heineman
Oh yeah.
for Struble. Back to Evans.
On Valentine's Day, I don't really have a date, so didn't really get any heartbreak there. But on Flag Day, on the day after USA vs Canada, I did have a heartbreak there.
Desjardins Financial Group. Wherever
However,
you're
first day, he got healed up.
Well, in that 1-7-1 stretch, the Montreal Canadiens allowed 3+ goals in all those games. So 37 goals against for the Montreal Canadiens in that span.
Tequila.
That's the one thing they're going to have to do if they're going to take a run at this, is they're going to have to take down their goals against a little bit. And tonight, only allowed the 2 in succession, 2 quick ones at that, but they've shut the door.
Ostapchuk flips it ahead.
No.
Driving in.
Good job.
Didn't get a full clean shot away, but he was able to direct it to the net.
Good job putting it on the Ottawa side of the ice, but now we're back on our side actually.
Montembeault lays it off.
Come on.
A pass from Struble, sends it across. Lane Hudson, checks up to get it across for Caulfield. He'll race after the puck and fire it around the boards. Nick Suzuki in front. Galley with a chance.
Oh, Galley.
Tim Stützle waits and he'll dump it in.
Oh, it ended 3-2. Oh, at least Laval brought it down to 1 goal.
Here's a great job. Ostapchuk crosses the line. He finds Sanderson, who's joining the rush, but Doc does a nice job
I need
of
a
interfering
cushion
with
for this
Sanderson
seat
without taking a penalty. And once again, open in the slot. Montreal Canadiens.
He's
Brendan
very
Gallagher,
uncomfortable.
once again, right there, right-hand shot, gets it loose.
The
Good
wooden chair
save
that
there
came
by
with my
Forsberg. He didn't get a lot on it. I think
with
somebody
this
got a stick
room,
in there on him
and it's
before
like
he
the
could
most
really unload it.
uncomfortable thing ever.
Horak wins the draw. Gallagher will feed it back for Arber Xhekaj. Now Gallagher trying to catch up to it. It's by Shabbat, but Montempalo is on the puck. Long pass ahead, trying to connect with Gaudette. Xhekaj worked it around. Anderson will help it out. Montempalo is there, and he'll force it up in center. Dvorak carried it in. Offside called against the Canadiens.
Ooh, connects with the Golden Knights at 10.
The one time in October 12th.
Fortunately, I won't be streaming that, but
and it's amazing that it's the same
let's go.
division and in close proximity as these two teams are finally seeing each other for only the second time in a year. But you're absolutely right, Bartz. As this thing gets tighter and closer towards the end, those games against one another, those are going to be big games. And this one, if you're the Ottawa Senators, this game here was a huge game. This is a game that you feel like you had to have with 26 games to go and you're holding the wild card spot.
If you know what I mean.
Oh, that's for sure. Came back on October 12th with a 4-1 win for the Canadiens.
Right.
It was Montreal's first win against Ottawa since March of 2022. They had lost 9 straight, going 1-8-1 in the past 10 games against Ottawa. They're getting that victory, so now we've got.
Oh, what's going on?
He's going to take them both. And
what happened?
There's been a lot of chippiness that this third period started with.
What happened?
We didn't really see a lot of in the first 2 periods, and I think the referees are going to try to shut her down there now. That was Reinhart was upset. He got clipped down in the Montreal zone right there, and he felt like that was a high shot from Doc. So when they circled back,
they hit each other. Zone, that's what happened.
Yeah, he let him know it, and I think the right call, taking both of them and sitting them down, let them cool off.
Got it. They cross-checked each other.
As the conversation continues a little bit in the penalty box.
Oof, Slav looks like he hurt his hand.
Stutzla feed it back for Sanderson.
Montreal number 77. Was on set 35. And Senators number 51.
Stutzla hands it off for Artem Zub. Up to Sanderson. He'll stop and now carry it into the Canadian zone. Sanderson checks up. Finds a little space, dropped it off for Zub.
No, keep it out.
Zub zips the pass over on the board. Sanderson will grab it. Played it off to Patterson.
Keep it out.
Patterson trying to hold off the check of Caulfield. Got it in front. Sanderson with the
good job.
Couldn't get a stick on it.
Go.
Now Carrier will lead it back for Montreal. Carrier dumps it in back in the net.
Damn.
Sanderson.
Why did you dump it in?
Tim Stutzla will hold on to the puck. Gives it off to Shabbat. Back for Stutzla. Tim Stutzla.
All right, come on.
Feeds it for Claude Giroux. Now gets it back. Center. Drive and a big save made by Montemo.
Good job, Monty. Good job.
A little give and go with Stutzla and Giroux. Struble back the other way for Newhook. Dodge the check.
All right, Evans. Oh.
The save. He caught the whistle, but the puck rolled free, but it had already gone, so no danger. Tim Stutzla and Claude Giroux trying to connect, but Montemo comes up with a big save.
Good job, Monty. Oh yeah, so here's what I have of an idea for a schedule this week. Nothing is really set in stone. Tomorrow we're gonna play some We Party U, and then if I feel like continuing, we're gonna play some Modded Lethal. And then after that, we're gonna play some Minecraft on Monday at 6 p.m. And then with that, some We Party U. And then on Tuesday, we'll watch the Carolina versus Montreal game. And then Wednesday, depending on how late I come back from the game, there might be a stream. We'll see. And then Thursday, no stream because I'll be traveling all day.
Discover a new form of electric performance. It's been electric nights over Uri Slukowski, but earlier in the week said you have to play like Brady Tkachuk.
Then after
if you want
that,
to have success in this league. Well, he took that quote seriously because he is having a big impact on tonight's game.
And then after that, we'll see.
Score sheet with a goal.
I think for the weekend that's coming up, I might just still hang out with the family.
Handles it himself. It has been a physical night. Uri Slukowski all over
And
the ice,
then
having a big impact, guys.
I'll look at the schedule.
Part of that was Lane Hudson thought he had to go in and help him. Yeah.
And then also we'll have to look at like what I'm gonna be, because I'm also gonna be supply teaching next week. So, oh my God, Claude Giroux is about to get something on us.
Slukowski's other tilt was back on December 9th, 2023 against Connor Clifton with Buffalo. Montembeault has made a couple of stops here in the third period, though, Gary. That might have changed the game, and Ottawa have been able to beat him. Yeah, that last point blanker by
Giroux has been good for Ottawa there.
Up with before we went to commercial was a real beauty, and then there he stymied him again.
Here comes Shabbat. Thomas Shabbat.
It'll be a late night for me.
Couldn't get there to get his stick on it. Kirby Doc will clear it out. Anderson will play it into the Ottawa zone. Highmore chased by Dvorak.
I haven't really had the time to just sit down yet. Since
Anderson, and then slides into the boards with Dvorak on top of him.
Well, sit down and relax in my own bed. In my own room, I mean. Yes, I had time to sit down and go on TikTok and stuff this morning, but
Montreal will
that,
give you
and then
chances. I mean, there's a team that has struggled.
Then on the subway I had time, but yeah.
Defensively, as both teams are congratulating their guys for the slugfest there. Slafkovsky checking out his hand. But Montreal will give you some chances. So if you're Ottawa, you got to bury on those chances. And you just saw Giroux, and he came to the bench kicking the boards. He is pretty upset with himself because he knows, man, if he could get one of them to get going here and get some energy and get some flow going with the team, they may have an opportunity to get back in.
What is going on?
Montembeault, as you mentioned, Barnes, has made it 3 or 4 really good saves here in the third period.
All right, there you go.
He has snuffed out any oxygen that may be built for the Ottawa Senators moving forward in this one. And Kelly talked about it. I mean, this is a guy who went to the Four Nations face-off. He didn't play. He was a guy that I think some people felt like they weren't sure if he was going to get a chance to play, but he goes there and he absorbs everything that's there. He takes the shots from the best players in the world. He's part of a successful championship team, and he gets to hang around with some people that he probably looks up to and is inspired by, and that inspires you to move forward. And he's looking pretty solid.
Come on.
41st start of his season tonight, which is a career high for Montembeault. Mark that he sets with that start here tonight as Shabbat wheels around behind the net. Heads it up ahead for Tim Stützle as he'll hand it off to Patterson. Snap towards the goal, and it's wide as Dvorak will try to catch up to it. Tim Stützle curls back in with it. Stützle bumped by Dvorak, got it down into the corner. Matheson is there, and he'll play it off as Carrier will give it back for Matheson with 7 minutes to go here in the third. A 5-2 Montreal lead.
Well, if you're Montreal, it's really simple coming down the stretch here. Make sure everyone's in front of you. Play above the puck. Do not let people
go, Suzuki, go.
Nick Suzuki stopped it off for Uri Slafkovsky. Tied up by Zook. Puck comes free. Highmore has got it. High more to center.
Oh.
He'll bank it in. Harvard Jack guy goes after it. Bumped by Mario.
All right, come on, come on.
To the puck. Slavkovsky gets in the way. Comes loose. Gaudette knocked it down. Couldn't get the shot. Amadio to the point. Jensen shoots off a stick over the net, off the glass, and into the netting. Spring training action continues as the Toronto Blue Jays take on the Boston Red Sox. Jays have that familiar division rival. Don't miss it tomorrow, 1 Eastern, 10 a.m.
The Jays are back in action.
Sportsnet 1.
Well, such a close proximity to Montreal that the lower bowl especially is just littered with Montreal Canadian jerseys here in Ottawa. They have let themselves be known here, and it's always a frustrating thing for Senator fans when a visiting team comes in, and at some points in this game we're louder than the home crowd.
Toronto's winning.
Atmosphere for sure.
Boston's getting an OT point. I think Columbus got a point. So really, that's just a point to keep up.
Anaheim and Boston have gone to overtime in a 2-2 tie, so the Bruins have 1 point for sure, trying to get a second one.
Ole, 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 ole.
Holds on.
Ole, ole, ole.
Fans here in a bit of a rough night for some of the Sens fans.
Ole, 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 ole. Oh yeah, so I've been playing I'm finally getting a try at that Mario and Rabbids game. Just say it may pretty decent game, however, very repetitive. However, there's a strategic aspect to it, which is pretty decent. So it's definitely different from the other games. I don't know, Fire Emblem is similar to it, I think. But yeah. And also Paper Mario, I've been playing more of it. I know if y'all are wondering where that's been, I've decided to not continue it because just so I have space to do the Minecraft series, and then also just seemed like it wasn't as relevant anymore with the audience, with everyone here watching. So I'm like, okay, I'll try something else. So that's why we don't have Paper Mario, but I've been playing it. I actually ended up doing the 100 floor thing there, the 100 floor pit thing. Yeah, that's a waste of time. I think I wasted 6 hours doing that, like, spread out through 2 days.
Towards the end of the period, and has kept that 3-goal lead.
Just to see that the dragon at the end recovers 20 health per round. Meanwhile, it's like I'm only able to do like 5 damage per round. My partners are freaking useless.
Hudson's gonna wait. Now comes up off for Struble.
Doesn't Paper Mario your partner eventually get better attack moves? Because, goddamn, all they could do is cheer.
Trying to go cross ice, it was knocked down, and Reinhardt will bring it in with a shot. Kicked out by Montembeault.
Which is like okay, it helps. But outside of that, it's like I would like to have more damage being done because the Bros, I'm doing 5 damage and Bro's healing 20.
On ahead for Shabbat. Shabbat throws it on goal and makes it through.
So,
will hold it.
It's sometimes
like, what do I do? So, unfortunately, and then once you get into that cave, you can't, like, the bottom of it, like that boss battle, there's no going back to the surface unless you go to your last save thing. And if you do that any moment in that thing, then you just go back to scratch. And it's like, bro.
It's not what you want to do.
So all my progress of 6 hours was gone. So that's why I switched to Marin Robbins.
Hamonic on it again. Hands it off for Highmore. Back to Hamonic with a shot that missed. Chance for Amadio. Couldn't get it the side of the net. And Dvorak will clear it off the glass and out.
Yeah. Marin Rapids, I see, has like 23 hours worth of gameplay.
Through center.
And I'm on World 1. I don't know how many worlds there are. But so far, it's pretty decent of a game. What do other people think about it? I mean, I guess it must have been good enough for it to have a sequel. 7.7, 4.5 out of 5, 85%. Alright, so people like it.
Savard is there.
More than anything, just some practice.
There's only 4 worlds though, okay. So not that bad.
Gotta get a lot cleaner. Hopefully soon some bodies back.
I might be able to complete it. I'm currently renting the game, so
one of the key things
I have to like complete it within like a month.
Slavkovsky for Suzuki. Had a look over his shoulder. Rolled up onto the boards for Patterson. Back to Zub.
Yeah, I found a place in town that actually still rents video games. So it's been pretty cool.
Laid up ahead for Perron, tips it in. We welcome the viewers of the Jets overtime win in St. Louis against the Blues tonight here to Ottawa. 3 minutes to go in this one and a 3-goal lead. Oh, look out. Peter McDougall fell. Jake Evans carries it in. Hands across, and the shot by Heineman doesn't get through. Anybody falling down there, something in that part of the ice maybe has tripped him up. Patterson heading off, looking at his skate. Struble from center will lift it in.
I think Patterson just wants his skate to end as fast as possible. It has not been an oil painting.
Here's Arbor Jacki with it. Tipped in by Anderson. Shabbat.
All right, come on.
Tried to work that one free, but Gallagher finds it in the open space. Got it back in the goal. Forsberg will wrap it around the glass. Comes to the point. Savard with a shot.
There's some Habs YouTube channel that I subscribe to when the Habs are doing good, because when they are doing bad, it's just repetitive of what I saw. It's just, I don't know, it gets boring after a while just hearing, oh, this is what they could have done better, but it's like, bro, I know. So when the Habs are doing bad, I unsubscribe to them. But then it's just all negative talking. It's like, bro, you can at least say what, like, oh, this is what they should be doing better. And they just like shit talk them. It's like, really.
On that, they never looked back. Good resiliency by the Canadians.
And it's just like boring stuff too. Like, sounds like they don't even know what they're talking about.
A little bit of ground for the Canadians that they will be able to make up. Rangers lost 8-2 to Buffalo. But those points also gained.
However,
on the Ottawa Senators.
When how they're doing good, it's a pretty good watch though.
Puck goes off the stick of Cole Reinhardt and out of play.
Well, as I mentioned, the games are going to start to really blow by here as you head down the back 25 games of the season. And the one thing that the Ottawa Senators wanted to be is in the hunt. They wanted to have important games in March and April. I do believe that is going to happen. I think for the Montreal Canadiens, I think a real pleasant surprise that they are as close into the hunt as they are. I mean, I think they weren't really counting on it. I think they wanted to see growth in this team, continued growth, and I think they've seen that plus.
Oh, they definitely did.
Tipped in front. And Forsberg forced to make a save off
it's
the
just
from Evans as we welcome the viewers of the
it's not that we're like bad or anything. It's just every other team ahead of us is better. It's just we're still developing as a team.
And we're going to get a penalty here in the last minute. A cross-checking call. And now Matheson will come in with Highmore. They will be separated.
Well, Highmore's been in a few of these tonight. Remember, it was the penalty call that they thought he.
All right, Matheson, don't get yourself kicked out of the game here.
Are going at it. There's the quick shot there from Carrier on Highmore, and there's the penalty right there. And Senators will have the power play. 55.1 seconds left.
All right, don't mess this up. Keep it to 5-2.
To get 3 from this point in. I mentioned earlier, too, Marks, that the power plays for both these teams were actually really good in the game. Ottawa's second power play wasn't maybe as good as their first one, but a couple of missed calls on some high sticks that drew the ire of Coach Travis Green and may have made a difference earlier on in the game. But
here's Shabbat to Tim Stützle. Matheson for Stützle, played across. Perron ripped it over the net. Stützle.
All right, come on.
Ridley Craig puts it on net. Stopped by Montembeault. He gets his own rebound, and Montembeault will stop that as well.
Perron with a pretty good one-timer coming through the seam from Stützle. Stützle, every time he's touched the puck tonight, something really good has happened. He's created stuff, he's found guys open, he has scored himself, he's carried the puck, he's carried the mail into the offensive zone, and he's finding seams on the power play. Certainly one of the better games we've seen him play as an Ottawa Senator. He's been really good tonight.
Mario got it back for Tim Stützle. Stützle looks to the net. Takes the shot. Stopped by Montembeault. Rebound comes on the stick of Josh Anderson, and he'll get it down the ice.
Come on.
Forsberg up for Shabbat.
Ole, ole, Hey! 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 Go Habs, yo! 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 Habs, yo! Hey! 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 All right, let's go. So let's review the game. So we go to the beginning here, scoring. We got Brendan Gallagher starting off the game with a goal, and it's unassisted. Then we go Cole Caulfield with a goal, and it's assisted by Jack-Hein Savard. Sanderson brings it close to a 1-goal game, and it's power play on the power play, and it's assisted by Matheson Stützle. Stützle then ties the game up, and it's unassisted. And then Laine brings the Habs a goal ahead on the power play, and it's assisted by Hudson and Suzuki. We go to the second period where the last goal was, and it was Anderson. assisted by Gallagher and Dvorak, and then Slafkovsky scores and it's assisted by Suzuki and Struble. Now for the penalties, or yeah, if your final goal score is 5-2 Montreal. Penalties, we got Josh Anderson, Montreal's Josh Anderson hooking Highmore, Ottawa's Reinhardt holding Gallagher's. Second period, we got Montreal's line A tripping Jensen. And then in the third period, they are tied in penalties. The Ottawa Senators have too many men on the ice. And then the Sens have Ridley Gregg fighting Yuri Slafkovsky, so vice versa. And then Sens is Reinhardt roughing Doc, and vice versa. And then Montreal's Carrier cross-checking Highmore. The 3 stars of the game are number 3, Suzuki with 2 points. Number 2, Gallagher, a goal and 2 points. And then Slafkovsky, a goal and a point. And then also you had like a fight and a lot of action in this game. He was a difference maker. So, the game stats, shots on goal, 27 Ottawa, 25 Montreal, face-off percentage, 65.2% Ottawa, 34.8% Montreal. Power play 50% for Montreal 1 out of 2. Ottawa 33.3% 1 out of 3. Penalty minutes 13 Montreal, 11 Sens. Hits 40 Sens, 39 Habs. Block shots 17 Ottawa, 11 Montreal. Giveaways tied at 12 and takeaways tied at 5. The Habs now lead the series 2-0. In the first game, it was a 4-1 win. Second game that was on October 12th. The second game was on February 22nd, and Montreal won that 5-2. And then the next game will be on March 18th. Now for game stats. Or the game sheet, I mean. For the Habs, forwards, we got Gallagher with 1 goal, 2 points. Caulfield 1 goal, 1 point. Suzuki 2 points. Anderson 1 goal, 1 point. Slafkovsky 1 goal, 1 point. Dvorak 1 point. And line A 1 goal, 1 point. And then for defensemen, Matheson a 0, Carrier a 0. Dribble 1 point and a +2. Hudson a point and a +2. Savard a point and a +1. Jack Guy a point and a +1. Goalies, we got Montembeault saving 25 out of 27. And that's a .926 save percentage for him. So now we go to the Sens. For their forwards, we got Stutzel scoring a goal and then 2 points. Bafferson, a point. That was done for the forwards, not for the defensemen. Zub -1, Janssen a -1, Hamonic -1, Mantiapalo a 0, Clevin 0, Chabot -2, and Sanderson a goal, a point, and a -1. Then we go to the net. We had Allmark starting the game, so he saved 10 out of 15 shots. .667 save percentage, goal of 31 minutes and 32 seconds on the ice. Then Forsberg ending the game with 10 saves, the shutout, and then 28 minutes and 28 seconds on the ice. So yeah, that's the game. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I sure did. Let me quickly check if anyone I'm following is streaming. Oh yeah, we got MD Strader streaming. He's streaming a Streamiversary, so we'll rate him. Let's get this raid party started. Alright. So, hope everyone enjoyed the stream today. I had fun. I was a bit tired in the end because of the day I had. However, overall, his was a good stream. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow at... What time? See y'all tomorrow at 2 p.m. with some We Party You and some Lethal Company, potentially. It's not locked in. I still gotta do some homework. We got some VFX homework to do. So that will be I'm not sure. I gotta get the VFX homework done before I stream again, because this week is gonna be a busy one. So I'm gonna get the VFX homework done before we do another stream. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. And as always, stay safe and wear a helmet.